Hi, it's John McCann from Stan James. Welcome to a preview of the 2010 Cheltenham Gold Cup. Quarter Star 1 versus Denman 1 in their head-to-heads in the big race, and who will come out on top in 2010. I think it's a match I'm absolutely convinced that one of those two greats, and I think it's fair to say they are greats of the turf, will win. But which one? In 2008, it was, of course, Denman. On this occasion, you could say that Quarto Star, there was the slight concern. He'd won the Ascot Chase over 2.5 miles. Subsequently, of course, in the last 2 years, Paul Nicholls has rested him from that. He's come a fresh horse from the King George at Christmas. He hasn't run in the year of the Gold Cup, but he just had a little bit of a nick. I remember getting word from the track at about 5 o'clock that there was something wrong with Quarto Star, and he did have a slightly interrupted preparation. Denman came there, and it was a wonderful, wonderful performance. I was fortunate to be at that in 2009. Denman was the one. Do you remember? He'd been beaten by Madison de Burley at Kempton, and he'd had a very interrupted preparation. This year in 2010, we may have the final countdown. It may be the big set two between them, and I think it's fair to say that whoever wins this, they'd like to think, as long as they get there in one piece, this really could be the ultimate horse race, certainly of my generation. But we bet 5-4 Quarto Star, 4 King Georges, 2 Gold Cups, maybe 3 Gold Cups quite soon, and of course 3 Betfair Chases, quick enough to win Grade 1s over 2 miles. An absolutely wonderful, wonderful horse. I just almost beggars belief, but I am a Denman man. The one slight concern would be the races in the March the 18th this year, and if the ground is becoming fast, I think that will of course favour Quarto Star. I think Denman of course is more of a grinder, but that 2008 performance, if it's a bit of a juice in the ground, if it's good to soft, that's all. You just need anything worse than that, indeed good, maybe good to soft in places. I think maybe a Denman will come out on top, but it is wonderful. We're 6-4 Denman, 5-4 Quarto Star. But from a betting point of view, my recommendation is the market without Quarto Star and Denman. Imperial Commander's being back today as a result of Tom Segal price-wise putting up Imperial Commander 16s into 12, and connections, it would appear, are now going for the Gold Cup and not the Ryanair. Of course, they won the Ryanair last year. They've a good record at Cheltenham. I think you can forget the King George. He just doesn't go right-handed. Imperial Commander, he's now raced 3 times and not given his running on all 3 occasions he's raced right-handed. He must have a great chance, but there's slight stamina concerns. I think Haydock is a very, very easy track now. They're 3 miles of the Betfair Chase before Christmas, and I'm still not convinced in a truly run 3.25 miles, which in Denman will make sure it is a truly run, that he will get home. The one for me without the favourites, 3-1 Imperial Commander without the big 2, 9-2 then for Cool Down, 6-1 for What a Friend. Is likely to wait for Aintree or the Punchestown Festival, the Grade 1 there, the Guinness. Remember, he's beaten the best of the Irish already. Got £20 from Denman in the Hennessy, won the Lexus, easy enough. Madison de Burley, he's an 8-1 shot without the big 2. He's raced the Cheltenham 6 times, and all he's done is got 2 placed, and it's interesting. I think he's more likely to race in such as Aintree and maybe in Ireland, and also maybe the Aon Chase, and that be his best chance. He's never won a Grade 1. Madison de Burley won 2 Grade 2s and 2 Grade 3s. 10-1 then for Notre Père. He is a Grade 1 winner, Notre Père, but that's in soft ground, and I was very disappointed with it in the Lexus. 16s then for Money Tricks. He's got to have it very, very soft, unlikely to in the second half of March. 16s also for Crothers, a very similar sale, and it's 16-1 also for Alberta's Run, rather 25-1 for Alberta's Run, more likely I would suggest to run in the Ryanair. So my bet is actually Cool Down, the RSA Chase winner. Willie Mullins has had very much, when you can think that Michael Dagenet we've not seen on the track, we haven't seen Hurricane Run, we haven't seen Quevega, but they all peaked at the right time for the Cheltenham Festival last year. We've seen Cool Down once, and I thought he ran much, much better than the big P next to his name would suggest. I thought he jumped and travelled like the best horse in the Lexus. That was on decent ground. You've just got to get that into people like myself who think, well, it was invariably like a bog in Ireland over Christmas. It wasn't, but I just think he'll come on for the run. I do think on better ground, and if we get genuinely good ground, I think that will improve his chances. And I just think that 9-2 without Denman and Quarto Star for the 2010, that would be my recommendation. That would be the bet, 9-2. But it's all about the big 2. It's Denman 1, it's Quarto Star 1. Who do you fancy for 2010? 5-4 Quarto, 6-4 Denman. Be lucky.